In this video, we are going to learn how to create two data sets and how to create a join between the two data sets in a data model. And on the top of the data model, we will create a BIP report. Alright, so let me just get into the reports and analytics landing page. So I'm going to go to Navigator, Tools, Reports and Analytics. I click this one. This is going to take me to this reports analytics landing page. Let's go to the catalog page. I'm clicking the browse catalog button. This is going to take us to the catalog home page. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a data model. While creating the data model, of course, we will create each data set and we'll join together. So I'm going to click create here and going to go to the publish reporting subsection. Under that I'm choosing the data model. Now here this is going to ask me the source for the data model. So if you see now, I'm going to click plus here. I'm going to click SQL Query. So per person names, this is a name. I'm going to keep it here, and this is going to be the Oracle DB underscore HCM. Okay, now here I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the query builder. You can type your query, or you can even choose the different dimensions from the respective schema table, and from there you will be able to drag those particular or select those dimensions, and you can have them in your SQL. So here I'm going to do is I'm going to search here the table name, which is nothing but person. With that name I'm going to search actually. It's taking some time to show the output. Okay, I'm going to search it out. So it's pulling out the information with that detail. Here please ensure that you have selected Fusion here. So I'm ensuring that I will go and choose Fusion, because all these tables they belong to the schema Fusion. Okay, so now in the search I'm going to type per person names underscore F. From that particular table we will try to pull out some 3-4 columns. So I'm going to click wait here. So per person names, so if you see per person names underscore F, so I'm going to click this particular table. Once you click the table and its all columns will start visible for you. Now here you can do one thing. What you can do is you can select your dimensions, which is nothing but your columns. So I am going to select person ID, effective start date, effective end date, and I am going to have the full name also, full name, and what else we will pull out from here. I think enough, we are done with this. Okay, so once this is done, just click the conditions. If you would like to have any conditions, you can have them, and I'm going to click SQL, so that now you will see the complete SQL. Instead of you can straightforwardly we can write the SQL there itself. You can do in this way also. This is nothing but you just selected the columns from the table and where aliases have got created, and with that you are just coming to your results and you are previewing out everything's okay, and then you're going to click save here. Now my first SQL query is ready, first data set is ready, so I'm going to click OK. Now let us save this particular data model. After saving this data model, we'll create the next data set. So I'm going to create it and save it under the BIP folder, under the shared folders. We'll see the BIP folder under here. Here I'm going to create the two data sets DM. Okay, because why we are saving the data model separately, report separately, because this data model can be reused for some other reports also. So here we are going to click the view data, and you can click view here, and save sample data. So that now this particular data set is ready for usage. Now I'm going back to the diagram. Let's create the next data set. So I'm going to choose here SQL query, and let's try giving a name. Could be, shall we take from the national identifiers? Okay, national identifier. So in the data source, please ensure that you select the Fusion HCM. You can write your own SQL query also, or you can simply use query builder. Query builder will help you where we no need to memorize all the table names. So make sure that in the schema you select Fusion here. So I am going down and selecting the word Fusion in the schema here. Now Fusion is a very big schema. It has a large list of collection of tables, views. So for sure we'll get a small warning message that it has a lot of information. So we are going to do a search now. It's taking some time. Okay, I told you, right, there's a small information there that says the list of tables is too long. Please enter one or more characters to know it out. Okay, national identifier. With that we'll try to search. It's searching for the word national as a part of it's not bringing me. It is again went back to Fusion. So per underscore national percentage. Yeah, we can see the table here. So I'm just going to choose this particular table. The moment you choose, you will see all the columns here. So I'm going to pull out the person ID and then the national identifier ID, and then I need the national identifier type. Could be passport, or could be permanent residency number, or could be green card number. So national identifier number and the issue date and expiry date. So these are the columns I need from here, and I don't want to have any conditions in this activity, but of course in real time you will be having based on the business logic. So you can see the SQL for this particular selection of the table. So you can see the results also here. Okay, results are coming good. So we have our selection, everything's fine now. So we are done with your SQL query of the second data set also. So I'm going to click OK now. The moment you click OK, now you see, if you observe here, earlier we could see only one data set, which is G_1. Now we can see two data sets, G_1 and G_2. One is for the names table and the other is for the national identifier table. Now let's save this data model. Now if you see, there are two data groups, but they are not talking to each other. I mean, they are not linked to each other. So we need to link both the data groups now. In order to do a link, we need to just do a small selection here. If you see here, person ID is common identifier between both these tables, because person ID underscore ID is primary key for the G_1 table, which is per person names table. And here also we will see, of course, along with person ID we have multiple columns as a combined primary key. So I am going to join person ID with the person ID of the second group. So in order to do that one, you can see here this particular gear icon. Once you hover your mouse, you can see here create link. So I am going to click create link. So here linking is from the G_1 dot person ID, and to where I am going to link? I am going to link with the G_2 person ID. So I am going to click OK. Now if you observe, you can see a link that got created. You can see two arrows are there, right, in the right hand side direction. This is nothing but the link. Now the link is there for between these two groups. Now it's possible for us to create the report to have the column from both these data groups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click OK. let's click view data, and I'm going to click view data. Now you'll be able to see both the data groups, one below the other. Actually, you can see the first data group and its second data group, and it thereby it gets repeated actually. So now I'm going to click a sample data, save as sample data. So our data model is now ready. We have created basically two data sets, and we had did the link between both the data sets, and we have saved the data model. Now we are going to create the BIP report. So BIP report is very simple, as we have seen in a couple of videos in the same playlist. We just have to click view report, and this will automatically select the current data model. So if you see here, you observe the current data model, nothing but two data sets DM. So I'm going to click use data report editor and click finish. Now this is going to take me to the report editor section, where we'll just from the data source we'll try to pull out all the columns whatever we need. So I'm going to create save this report BIP to data sets. Okay, so let's wait for a few seconds. So I'm going to choose a blank landscape. Place where we are going to pull out all our columns in our report. So I'm going to pull out the data table here. Let's pull the name followed by the effective start date, and then after that we'll pull out the national identifier, and we'll pull out the national identifier detail. One is type and detail. Type could have the social security number, or social insurance number, or passport and so on, or civil ID and so on, or permanent residency number. So I'm going to click save here. Let's have one more column which is expiry date also, and we are going to click save and done. Once we click the done here, this is going to take us back to the report the data model, where we have this the list of all layouts. Here, as we have only one layout, we can able to see only one layout here. And now once you click view report, this layout is going to run and is going to show the output there in the same place. From there we can do the export to a PDF or to a PowerPoint or to an Excel sheet. So if you can see the data now, you will be able to see the data. Wherever you see multiple records, it's nothing but we didn't put any unconditions in our main SQL queries. That's the reason we can see a lot of duplicates here, and that's fine, as we had seen here how to make a join here. So that's what we are trying to learn here. But in the next videos we will try to go for complex queries where we'll have proper unconditions and where conditions, and we will filter the data to see only the effective details, effective details of a worker from different categories like address, phone, and personal information, name information, national identifier information, contact details information, etc. Alright, I hope you find this video informative.